Do you have a dirty little secret? Welcome to the club.
And you're all invited.
The first rule of the Dirty Little Secrets Club is tell everyone about the Dirty Little Secrets Club.
We're handing out memberships, free of charge.
Step up to the VIP line and let Dayna and Brimstone take you on a weekly ride of secrets and debauchery.
Now buckle up, Buttercup, because things are about to get heated on the Dirty Little Secrets Club.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Dirty Little Secrets Club. I'm Dayna Pereira.
And this is Brimstone.
Hey, Brimstone. You know what I got in my Twitter DMs today?
A dick pic?
It's usually a dick pic, but this one was not. This one.
It was not my dick pic, by the way. I don't want you to get any of the wrong ideas, okay?
It was definitely not Brim's dick pic. I got a DM today that said, "Can I pay you to humiliate my small penis?"
Wow, that's almost as good as a dick pic, right?
But I didn't have to see the actual dick. And I was like, so how much are we talking here? It's like $5-10. But how much are you offering for this?
Talking about like $500. Are you kidding me? Seriously?
I know. I really need to up my price.
Wow. So wait, hold on a minute. So they did you actually respond or no?
I did not respond. Instead, I took a screenshot and put it up on my Instagram so that everybody else could have a good chuckle out of it too.
So what you do is you send the message back and say, no problem. It's $1,000 is my fee per interaction.
Here is my Venmo.
You small dick motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Small dick motherfucker. I will humiliate your penis live on the Dirty Little Secrets Club.
There you go. But that's going to be a lot more because old Brim's going to get involved too. And I need to get just a little bit.
And Brim's price is way more than mine.
I don't think they want me humiliating them though. I think they want you. You're the hottie boom body. I would like to say I'm a smoke show too, but I don't think that's the case. But what do you call it? And I must say you look quite adorable in your little elf costume.
Thank
For those
you.
of you who can't see.
Are
you wearing the little ears underneath the headset too?
Do you think that's somebody's kink? They're like, oh my God, elf ears.
Probably. Yeah. I can almost guarantee that anybody with that kink is moving from the podcast over to YouTube, just to see, your cute little self in your little elf outfit.
Maybe if you're lucky, you'll get to see my elf ears by the end of the show.
That's what I'm talking about.
My headphones right now.
There you go. All right. I need to take a 5-minute break. I'm just kidding. Jesus Christ, people. I know what you're all thinking out there, you weird people. What do you call it? Hey, look, I've been blessed. I've had, these wonderful episodes with, Dayna, and I had Jen with her, and I got these beautiful ladies with me, and then Dayna and Tabitha. You know what I'm saying? We got some others I'm going to be coming up soon. I'm telling you, man.
Good ones coming.
I'm telling you, if I haven't rubbed one out to any of that yet, I think we're good. Right? I think we're good.
I don't know. I think maybe what is it? In a 3 weeks? 3 weeks is it that we get our next guest on? I bet you're rubbing one out to that one. I won't tell anybody what it is, but stay tuned.
Yeah. Yeah, that one is. Wait, the new one or the other one? The other one, I'm not gonna rub one out to that. You talking about to the felts?
Yes.
Why would I be rubbing one out to a felty friend? God damn it! No, we're not gonna tell anybody else anymore.
It's not a real person, and you won't get in trouble. That's why.
Oh, I can't get. Am I gonna get in trouble for whacking off now? I mean, if I'm fucking something, that's a different story. But playing. All right, let's go somewhere else with this. This show just started out.
Yourself in trouble.
This show just started out really different. So yeah. What do you call it? First and foremost, my dear, why don't you give them the first little rule of the Dirty Little Secrets Club?
Of course. What's up, guys? The first rule of the Dirty Little Secrets Club is to tell everyone about the Dirty Little Secrets Club. And if you don't follow my rules, I might have to get like a dominatrix or something on this show to beat all of your asses.
We could do that too. I know people. People. You know people too in that line, I think, right?
I do. We're going to have to reach out to some people. See, I like having guests on the show. It's been so fun whenever we get these guests on every couple of, or every month or so. It's really fun.
Yeah, it's you know what it is? is as long as they add to our dynamic, it's okay. As long as they add to they can't take away from our dynamic.
Yeah. And so far, so good. We've had 2 guests on the show so far, and they've both been fucking fantastic.
They worked out well. I like it. I like it a lot. Anyway, so I'm sure Joe's gonna enjoy your little elf outfit later. Did you do the trophy wife with that outfit too?
I have actually, spoiler alert, I'm doing a little bonus content after we're done today. So I'll be wearing this in my bonus content.
All you need is a candy cane to lick and you're good to go, my dear. You, my dear, are an asshole. For everybody who's listening in and not watching, she just pulled out a candy cane. I'm not telling you where she pulled it out from, but she did pull out a candy cane. You'll have to watch the video to find out. So would you like to get on in with it, my dear, and start us off, or am I starting us?
Absolutely. You go for it. You kick us off.
Okay, here we go. So our first writer says, I had an affair with a woman half my age when my wife came out of the closet. We now all live under the same roof and share the same bed. Interesting. Okay, so basically, this person basically is saying, all right, my wife was actually gay. And what do you call it? Or bi, I'm assuming gay. Well, no, it could go either way. Who knows? But anyway, and the what do you call it? So he went out and got a girl half his age. And now what do you call it? The 3 of them are having some kinky shit going on in the bedroom.
Yeah.
So they're all winning in that situation, I suppose.
I know. It's like they're all crossing the finish line. It sounds like I'm gosh, this is one of those where I'm going to go all brim on you and say, I need more details to the story.
Yeah.
Like, so did you have the affair first and then find out that your wife was gay? Or did you find out she was gay and then have the affair? And in the bedroom, is it like she's just, getting on your girlfriend and you're getting you're like tag teaming the girlfriend? Or does your wife still join in? If you are listening, and I'm going to put this one out on Twitter to see if they will write back in also. I'm trying to get better at Twitter. So we'll see if they write back in also and tell us what the actual fucking story is behind this one.
Well, the way it reads is that, and I think that they probably wrote it quick and didn't. I think it's the wife came out of the closet, and that's why he had an affair with the woman half the age, because she must have said, hey, I'm thinking that I'm gay or that I'm bi or whatever it is, and they're still married, so technically it's considered an affair because he went with this other woman, and now what do you call it? I guess the wife must have been like, well, since you got this girl and maybe she's cute, why don't you bring her home?
The wife's like, see, we still have stuff in common. You like girls, I like girls.
Yeah, and at least someone's getting taking care of the dick. I mean, I guess it's a win-win. Again, we need to know more, but I'm pretty sure that's what it seems like, and everybody's winning. Everybody's winning.
Yeah, we're on board.
I mean, as long as they're okay with, other people going at it in the room, and it's hey, man, he's like, this is a pure story of this sumbitch having his cake and eating it too. And when I say cake, I mean vagina. Yeah. All right. When
not buttholes, just vaginas.
I mean vaginas. What do you call it? You've got, he's lucky he's got 2 vaginas, one that he's had for a while, one that he has brand new. It's like a whole new world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're all together. He could stack them up and just freaking have. Listen, man. I could tell. Listen, man. If you have any questions, I could teach you things. But that being said, yeah, man. How is he? Can't be. He's got to be happy. He's got to be thrilled. You know what I'm saying? They're all under the same roof. He's, and then, what happens? He's out one day, and then the wife and the girlfriend are going at it in bed, and then he comes in and is like, what's up, ladies? I'm here to give you a little stiff one. You know what I mean?
If that happens, do you think he would get jealous at all? Like, oh, my wife was doing the dishes, and then my girlfriend came in and was like, hey, let's get it on, and I wasn't there. What the fuck?
Yeah. I think look, if they're all living in the same house, I don't think that he has an issue with it. And and if they were in the bedroom going at it, and he walked in and he knows what's going on, I'm sure that he'd just be like, you ever see Jim Carrey and Bruce Almighty, you know what I mean, with the clothes fly off, you know what I mean? It's just and he just jumps right in and just glide right into. I would just be gliding right into the bed. I mean, if I was okay with it to begin with, I mean, I don't know how I would feel, but I doubt I would be. I guess me, the way I am is I probably wouldn't like it, but I wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? It's a different dynamic.
You know what I love about this? This guy writes in and we just made up the whole story in our heads. We were like, okay, because if you don't give us enough details, that's all you leave us to do is just make up a fucking story on what we think is happening in your life.
That's what I'm
talking
about.
Into the universe.
Listen, he's making out like a bandit in our story. That's our storyline. Our storyline is canon. That's the storyline that they should be going with.
Yeah. Print it. Print it.
Because in our storyline, you're getting some good ass and everything's wonderful.
And nobody's pissed off, and you're not losing half your shit to a divorce and alimony.
Right? Like, what is she gonna do? Oh, I want a divorce now. Screw you, you've been banging my freaking girlfriend. Right?
Imagine that courtroom day.
I would pay to be a fly on the wall on that.
Right.
Like, so all right. Yeah. All right. So I think that's about all for that one. I mean, I guess if you see it, write us in and what do you call it? This you're gonna be named Two Girls, One Cock. So send that. You got to make sure you note that so we know who you are when you write in. And let's see if we get more information.
Yeah.
And see if we were on point on that one. And feel free to elaborate, make it into a real sexy Playboy or Penthouse write-in. You know what I mean? I wanna read it, and listen, you make it really good, Dayna will be the one to read it. There you go.
I'll even pull out the sexy voice.
Oh!
Some people are like, that's not sexy stuff.
Well, I'm all for it. What do you call it? So, all right, are you ready to do the next one?
I am. This one says, I have this sick fantasy, for lack of a better word, where I die and I think about how my husband would go on living without me. Is it horrible of me to hope that he misses me and loves me forever and never has sex again or remarries? Do you two ever think about that?
I do think about it all the time because I am at an age now where I don't know if it's necessarily a midlife crisis, but I'm thinking about death quite often. And I try not to, but in the current landscape of the world and age and just everything in general, everything's on your mind. So in terms of all that, I do think about it, and you know what? Fuck that shit. Be miserable for the rest of your life. Think about me. You got toys, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you're like, listen, you're already at midlife. You can go the rest of your life without me, okay?
I will haunt I will haunt the fuck out of you, and I swear to God, you remember Ghost? I will fucking do some nasty shit. That's it. I will break the fucking guy's penis off. No penis shall ever pass. That's not cool. Oh, shall not pass.
You're just guarding the vagina, and every time a penis goes near it, it just like fucking turns into ice or something.
That's it. No, you won't even get that far. No, don't even come near the house. Bullshit.
See, and I took the opposite approach on this. I was like, go ahead, find love again, remarry. But I want you to tattoo Dayna forever across your chest.
Yeah, now let's reevaluate this. Now, do you believe in an afterlife? I don't know if you do.
I do.
Okay. So at the end of the day, your physical being and so forth, wouldn't you expect, if you had passed away, wouldn't you want your husband to be buried with you? Right?
See, I don't necessarily believe that like our bodies have a whole lot to do with anything. I'm like a spirit soul kind of person where you know, like,
right, but let me ask you a question. You've spent, maybe you're with him for 20-30 years, God forbid something happens, boom, and you're gone, and then he meets some other girl and he's married or with that girl for 5 years. Who's he being buried with? You'd be happy with him being buried with this other girl instead of you? You see what I'm saying?
Oh, that's yeah. Well, my husband has put in our will, by the way,
Right.
our will already that when he dies, he wants to be cremated and buried under a tree in our yard.
Okay. Well, you get the.
I don't know why. So it's not like we have a burial plot picked out. Anyways, he wants to be cremated and buried under a tree in our yard. And I'm like, all right, whatever you want. I don't care.
See, I'm vain as fuck. I also don't feel like being in the ground. So what do you call it? I want a, what do you call it? What are they called again? The houses, the little.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember what they're called, but I do know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they're expensive, but what do you call it? Like that's what I would prefer. A mausoleum. That's it. A mausoleum.
Yeah.
And what do you call it? There'll be space for, my family if they choose. I sure shit believe that my wife would be there with me. You know what I mean? Like that's, then the family could come and so forth. And that's what I would personally, that's what I want. You know what I mean? And then what do you call it? Just makes the spirit it easier for the spirits to find each other after, in terms of who knows. We don't know what happens if anything happens afterwards, but regardless, we're together here, you want to be together in death. That's just my personal opinion. So like, so say he dies, you know what I mean? Say he dies and then you marry somebody else, you know what I mean? Or you're with somebody else and now, you love him, but then you still love Joe, you know what I mean? At the end of the day,
of course.
Like, but the guy is like, well, we should be buried together. Well, but what about my other husband? Now he's a thing of the past. You see what I'm saying? Is he an ex?
Well, they actually have, if you go, because I'm very big on like touring cemeteries. I really like to see like old headstones and stuff like that. And so
I'll bring you to Sleepy Hollow when you come here to see me.
Yeah,
I will drive you out to Sleepy Hollow and I'll have them bring you on a tour there. Sleepy Hollow Cemetery.
That would be so cool. I love stuff like that.
And maybe we'll see what's going on, and we'll make maybe a week out of it if you can get away. And then I'll take you out to Salem also, and I'll have them tour. Have them tour you around Salem with me.
That would be so cool.
We'll do all of the old stuff. Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun.
Well, so if you're touring these cemeteries, you will actually see men buried next to two women. So there will be the first wife who died during childbirth or something like that. And then the second wife, and he's in the middle and his wives are on the outside.
I find that bizarre. And I'm not sharing my woman with anybody else. So, you know what I mean? Like you bought into me knowing that's it. End of story.
Yeah.
That's it. End of story. I mean, look, you can't control anything that happens once you're gone. But you know my wishes, and that's it.
Yeah. Well, so I actually posted this one out on the interwebs, and I took a poll because I wanted to know what people thought. Like, are they a miss me forever kind of person, or are they a go ahead and find love kind of person? And our listeners, it is 78% say find love again for their significant others. 22% said miss me forever. What do you think about that?
I think that's good for them and whatever they want in their own lives and that's perfectly fine. Again, just like we say, we respect your kink. I respect your decisions. Honestly, as much as Danielle might say, I'd want you to find love again, which I'm pretty sure I know for a fact that's not what she'd be like. Well, I'm not here anymore. Bullshit. You come find a way to come back and make my dick not work, or like something would happen. The girl's head would implode, while sucking me off. Or something. I don't know. Something effed up would happen. I just know. I know my wife, so that being said, think about it, it is what it is. Again, you can't control what happens once you're gone, but it's up to the person whether they want to respect your wishes or not. That's it.
Yeah. That's so funny.
I would hope that you'd be ruined for all other men after me. I have ruined women for all other men.
Yeah.
It's happened. That being said,
Yeah, I don't know. I tell Joe all the time, I'm like, listen, bro, if we ever divorce or something happens, like, I don't even think I have the energy to deal with another man. I will adopt dogs and just, just hang out on my couch watching the Hallmark Channel. drinking wine.
Danielle's tired all the time to begin with. You're exhausted anyway. It'd be a blessing for her to not have to have sex anymore. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit,
Maybe I can find that woman who knows where to find the glory holes.
he's home. He's home again. Oh, he's home. That means we got to get it on. And then you're happy afterwards. She's happy and goes to sleep with a big smile on her face. However, you know what I mean? It's just like, again. All right, fine. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
you
I do know
about it too.
Marriage in
always,
it.
always bitching about it, All right. So, I think that's that. Should we move on?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, let's see. I drank on a special occasion thinking I could handle it. I had 18 months of sobriety and had to go back to day one. Don't get comfortable in sobriety. Keep working every day. So what do you call it? Look, that was more of a statement than anything else. And I there's not much more that we could say on that. First and foremost, the first part of solving a problem is understanding there is a problem. You already did that. What do you call it? It was a special occasion, and you thought that you'd be able to do it. You let the thirst get in the way of your thinking, and you relapsed. And you know what? It happens. It happens to the best of us. And at the end of the day, going back to day one, at least you're smart enough to know that you got to go back to day one and start over and continue. So
yeah,
that's it.
You know what? I feel like this is super relatable too, because you're not the only person that, thought that you could handle it after a certain amount of time. And then you drank and found out you are not the person that can handle it after so much time.
Right.
And so I feel like there's so many people out there already that have to go back to day one. We mess up. Things happen. We make mistakes. We learn the hard way, like that's a part of life. So good on you for, not being so hard on yourself. It sounds like you're like, okay, I had 18 months. Now I have to go back to day one, but now I know not to get comfortable in my sobriety, that I got to keep going with it. And you know what? Next time you're going for the long haul, Yeah.
Yeah. And remember, you are your A1 since day one. So make sure that as long as you have your own back, you'll be all right. You know what I mean? So I think that was good. Let's move on to the next one.
Yeah. This one.
I love when you see something, you go, oh, and like you hear it when I get to one. I'm like, oh my God, that was great.
This one it pisses me off.
Okay, go ahead.
It was the first time I was hooking up with a guy, and he got really whiny and started complaining when I asked him to use a condom. Do you think that's a red flag? Fuck yes, that's a red flag. Why are you even asking that question? Red flag, red flag, red flag.
Well, especially it's the first time you're hooking up with the person.
Yeah.
You don't know who they are, where they're from, what they've done, where they've come. I mean, at the end of the day, if you've known them for a while and you guys trust each other and whatever is clever, I mean, then that's up to you. If you're at a point where you don't have to worry about conceiving a child, you know what I mean? Like that, and you feel comfortable with the person, that's a different story. Yeah. But otherwise, they should be wearing the magic glove before they get the magic vagina.
Yeah, especially if dude's asking you on the first time hooking up to not wear protection, that means that he's asking every other fucking chick that he's ever hooked up with on the first time, not knowing their sexual history, to not wear a condom. Like you aren't the first bitch in the row that isn't putting a condom on for. Right.
It is absolutely, look, at the end of the day, if here's the thing is if he asked, or if he was like, could we not, you know what I'm saying? Then it's her decision to say yes or no. If she says yes, then that's up to her. And then that's okay.
Yeah.
Because it's up to her. If she says no, the red flag is the fact that he got pissed off and whiny about it.
Yeah.
That's the red flag.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're not, because one, the person obviously doesn't respect you. Two, is there's, you know what I'm saying? Like there's an issue there. So what do you call it? So it comes down to, you having the control. You have the control. And if somebody is trying to push something onto you, then, you have the control to say, sorry, no, get the fuck out. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's it.
It blows my mind actually, because if he's getting all whiny, oh, but condoms don't feel good. Well, does it feel good when it burns when you pee? Does that feel good? Does herpes feel good? Like fucking wear the stupid condom.
I don't know, and I don't want to know. You know what I mean?
Wear the condom. Stupid. Damn it. I'm getting heated on this one, Brim.
Yeah. No, well, go ahead. You get within Dayna's skin.
It's not.
There you go.
Yeah, it's not normal.
With or without a condom, Dayna. I don't know. It's your choice. You know what I'm saying? Boom! That was right out of the park. That was a good one. That was a good one. See, I did everything. I did a play on within Brim's skin, and I was getting in your skin with your, you know what I mean. Anyway.
Yeah, see, it was good until you explained it, Brim. What the hell?
Go fuck myself. And that is what it is. It is what it is. I tried. It would have been funny if I didn't have to explain it. And I didn't have to explain it, but I did anyway. And then I effed it up. So it is what it is.
Damn it.
Story of my life. Anyway. All right. So that was, yeah, that's a problem, folks.
That's a red flag.
And again, it's not that he asked that or that you asked him to. It's the fact that he was whiny and complaining and bitchy about it. That's what the issue is. Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? Be like, look, if you can't get the job done with the condom, you sure as shit ain't going to get it done without the condom. Yeah. So, that's it. Unless you want to take a shot to the face. You know what I mean? That's a different animal. I don't know. But anyway, so, all right. So this is the last one.
Last one.
Okay. So the next one, you know that feeling scrolling through social media, right? You'll do it. However, recently when I've been on mine, I see friends that I went to school with and how old they are looking. I remember them full of youth, fun, full of life. Now I see them and they're much older. Seems like a dull version of their precious self. Some have lost their hair. Some have almost grown up children. Some are just seeming very tired. Personally, I've always looked younger than I am, which is fine. I also resisted growing up. Not too much. I've worked hard. I've bought a house. I've done a certain level of adulting as such. But seeing my old classmates as I used to see the older generation, such as my aunties and uncles, etc., and seeing them now as transitioning into old people, I suppose it reminds me of my own mortality. All right. So that's a very interesting, long comment. And that's okay. We appreciate the long one.
We got details in that one.
Especially Dayna. She likes them big.
I do.
What do you call it? Shit. Okay. With me, I've been in the industry for a long time. So being in entertainment for such a long time, I have made a tremendous amount of friends all across the spectrum of entertainment. And within those people, there are a lot of legendary, elderly people that I've gotten to know. Okay. Yeah. And when you know so many people, and a lot of them are up there in age or are younger, and because they're in the industry, got hooked on drugs or drinking or something, and they just, you tend to lose a lot of people. Yeah. And so for me, losing so many people, you know what I mean? Not even including my family. I'm talking about friends, you know what I mean? In the industry, has made me check my own mortality. And that's what I've been thinking. And that's why I'm always thinking to myself, like, what's going to happen? When is it going to happen? I'm afraid of it. And that's the only thing that I really fear. You know what I mean? Is death. Yeah,
I don't really fear death per se. I don't really have a healthy fear of death. I do have a fear of dying traumatically, though. But it's interesting what you're saying there, because if you think about it, just like they're talking about, high school to now, we watch like John Travolta, for example. You see him in Saturday Night Fever, and he's this young, hot thing dancing around, doing la, la, la. And then now he's like this older gentleman, and Tom Hanks, you saw him in Big with his mop of curly hair. And now he's, this, it's kind of a mind fuck to watch people age, because whenever, especially if you're not spending a lot of time with them, for example, my girlfriend, I haven't seen her in 7-8 years now. And I saw her and I was like, oh, I forgot. In 7 or 8 years, you change a lot. I've changed a lot. My face does not look the same as it did 7 years ago. And so it's interesting to see.
Don't lie. You look just as adorable now.
Okay?
You look as adorable now as you did then.
Better.
Okay. Listen, you looked adorable in all the old pictures I've seen of you too. So don't be silly. You look fantastic, and you know.
Thank you.
So keep going. I'm sorry.
But it's just interesting to see yourself in those roles too, because whenever you were little, you look up to your aunts and your uncles, and then all of a sudden you have nieces and nephews, and you're like, well, fuck, now I gotta be that person. When did I become the adult?
Yeah, it's crazy. Like I'm sitting here in my studio. I have my office, and what do you call it? I like right here is an old tape, like one of my old drumming tapes that has like clips when I was doing it. Look at little young me. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see it. Little me. And that you're talking about, that was probably about, oh my God, this was taken in between 92 and 95.
Wow.
How crazy is that? How crazy is that? Mm-hmm. And then you look and you go, holy crap, where did the time go?
Where did it go?
Where'd it go? And how did I gain that extra weight? And it's like, what's going on here? But you know what? Time does not stop for anyone, unfortunately.
It sure doesn't.
And unfortunately, there is mortality. So one thing that everybody can look forward to, unfortunately, is death and taxes. And what do you call it? And that's it, man. Like at the end of the day, I completely get what this person is talking about, and I think that was it. The best thing about it is it invoked a conversation, and I'm glad that we were able to have a fun and interesting and serious conversation all in one. And I appreciate the fact that we've done this show and are continuing to become successful with it. And we thank everybody for tuning in, because without you, you know what I mean? There would be no point.
And shout out this week to our Bermuda listeners. We got on the charts on Bermuda. So thank you guys so much for listening. Tell your friends. And if you have any dirty little secrets that you want to send in, go to thedirtylittlesecretsclub.com and anonymously submit them there.
Please do. And we want to hear from all of you. And just because you're not read on one episode does not mean you will not be read on a different episode.
Exactly.
Got to tune in. All right.
Yes.
Anyway, remember, as Dayna always says, rate, review, subscribe, and she will, as long as you do 5-star reviews, then she will do her daily thirst pictures. If not, you're getting her in a paper bag, which is still cute, but
maybe 5-star review gets elf ears.
There we go. And $1,000 for the the humiliation. Make sure you put that up there. $1,000. No discounts. You know what I'm saying?
No discount codes for Christmas.
That's it. You can say it's $1,500 and you're gonna get a $500 discount if you book right now.
Ooh.
There you go. Right now. Can you imagine you got Venmo to $1,000 just for that?
I'm imagining it right now. I'm manifesting it.
Joe would probably be like, go for it.
Go ahead. Tell him how ridiculous his penis is. I don't care.
Well, Tabitha does it. Remember she was talking about it.
Yep.
Craziness. Anyway, my friend, I love you. I appreciate you. I will see you next week, as well as we will see everybody else next week. And why don't we leave them with the one little rule of Dirty Little Secrets Club?
Yes, guys, do us a favor this Christmas. Don't forget that the first rule of the Dirty Little Secrets Club is to tell everyone about the Dirty Little Secrets Club.
Mwah! We love you. Goodbye.
You think we want something from you, you got another thing coming.